International Academy, and we're here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. My name is Mr. Paul Anthony. I've got a bit of a cold today, so that's why I'm wearing my jumper, because I feel a bit so if my voice is a bit funny, that's why, because I have a cold. We're using the headway books here at Al Jazeera, and I'm sure that you're going to get a lot from these demonstration lessons. And today we're looking at speaking and writing, and about different holidays. Mr. Liu, what can you tell me about your last holiday?
I went to Kenya, Tanzania, and Zanzibar.
Did you?
Yes, I went scuba diving, and I saw 2 national museums, and I went hiking in Kilimanjaro.
That's fantastic.
I liked it, yeah.
I think that's wonderful. That's quite exciting.
It was. I liked it.
Yeah. What can you tell me about each individual place?
Well, I flew into Kenya. I saw the National Museum, which was really interesting. Not really high-end, but interesting information about Kenya. Then I took a bus across the border into Tanzania. I saw their National Museum, which was also, not extremely expensive looking, not extremely high budget, but had good information about their culture. Then I spent, I believe, 3 days hiking up to Mount Kilimanjaro. So I hiked to the first camp on day 1, second camp on day 2. I hiked up to Kilimanjaro on day 3. I got some altitude sickness, so I did end up taking a car back to the base of the mountain instead of walking it, but it's not a big problem. I went to Zanzibar, and they have a museum there that I saw, and there were some historical buildings. I walked around it. They have an ancient stone city. I walked around there. Stayed in a nice hotel. I went scuba diving, and I took a ferry boat back to Tanzania, to Zanzibar. Took the bus back to Kenya and then flew home to Saudi Arabia.
That's interesting, yes.
Yeah, it was nice.
Wow.
Good diving. Interesting people.
Yes. I did the typical English thing. I went to a place called Kalea, which is on the, is it on the Costa Dorada, I think? Costa something or other. Cost a lot of money, I know that. Well, not so much. And I stayed in a hotel. I think I made a mistake with the hotel, because the hotel was good, but it was a family hotel. It was for the families, and there I was as a single man. It didn't really do much for me, actually. So I spent most of my time outside of the hotel, and a lot of people at the hotel, they were on all-inclusive, so they didn't really leave the hotel, because all their food and drinks, I would say it's free, but it's not really free, because they've already paid in advance. So they paid the hotel, they paid the food, they paid the drinks, so when they arrive, they stay in the hotel, drinking and eating as much as they wanted to. I just paid for bed and breakfast, and I spent most of my time outside of the hotel, and I did go to Montserrat, which is, it's a kind of religious place, actually. It's about an hour or so away from Barcelona, up in the hills. And they say, once you've been there once, you have to go there again. So now I'm obliged to go back there. Oh my goodness. Because whilst I was in that particular region, I did go to 1 or 2 bars, as the English do. So, but I went, where was that? I went to Lloret de Mar, which is just up the coast, north along the coast. And there was a car show, which was quite interesting. Lots of different cars, because I'm interested in cars. Lots of different customized cars. And it was coupled with a dog show, because I like dogs. So there was a dog show and a car show together. It was quite strange. But this was in Lloret, anyway, seaside holiday resort. And I took lots of photos, as I usually do, because I'm interested in photography as well. So that was my last holiday, yeah. It was quite interesting though. Yeah. Anyway, back to our friends here. Mr. Liu, what is your favourite kind of holiday? What's your favourite kind of holiday?
I like to do the outdoor thing. So hiking, going to the beach.
Outdoors, hiking, going to the beach. Do you prefer hotels or camping?
I like both.
You like both?
Yeah, I've camped before. For
Camping?
vacation, I liked it.
Okay,
Hotels for vacations. I like that too.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So now we're going to look at some travel vocabulary. So, here we have,
Where are my travel documents? Where are my travel documents?
so travel documents. Where are my travel documents? So this picture here is the passport. As you can see, it's a Canadian passport. And this is the visa. This is the visa page. And this is the ticket. This is the boarding pass, actually. So when you board the plane, you need this part of your ticket, and they will give you this part back with your seat number. And this is your flight ticket. Here's your flight ticket, which allows you to fly. And when you arrive, as you arrive into someone else's country, sometimes they ask you to fill in this card, which tells them what you're doing in their country.
Passport.
Passport.
Visa.
Visa.
Passport.
So there's the passport,
Visa.
and there's the visa. So, Mr. Liu, I'd like to read this. I don't know if we can see the bottom part, so I'm going to switch the light off just for a moment. Can I see your passport, please?
Yeah, yes, here you are.
Do you have any baggage?
Yes, the suitcase.
Put it here, please.
Did you pack your case yourself?
Yes, I did.
And do you have any kind of hand luggage?
Yes, just this small bag.
Okay, that's fine. Here's your boarding card.
Have a nice flight.
Have a nice flight.
Yes, that's difficult to read. So there we have some travel dialogue. So here we have baggage, which is also called luggage. Baggage, luggage. And this phrase, pack my case. This is what I have to do before I travel to London. I have to pack my case. But I don't think I will do it this way. Don't forget, passport is there, and the visa is going away. Then we have
Air ticket.
air ticket, and we also have
Boarding pass.
boarding pass.
Air ticket.
Air ticket,
Boarding pass.
boarding pass. Then we have
Arrival card.
arrival card and
Departure card.
departure card.
Arrival card.
There's the arrival card
Departure card.
and the departure card. Then we have our
Map.
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 There's the map. What's a wallet?
Wallet.
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 And there we have our wallet. Here's some other useful phrases when travelling.
May I see your passport?
May I see your passport?
Can I see your ticket, please?
Can I see your ticket, please?
Here you are.
Here you are.
Are you a tourist or on business?
Are you a tourist or on business?
How do I get to the train station?
How do I get to the train station?
You can take bus number 21.
You can take bus number 21.
Taxi.
Taxi.
taxi,
taxi. So the underground is British English and the subway is American English.
underground,
Underground,
subway,
subway,
underground,
underground,
train,
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 bus,
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 motorbike,
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 car,
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 bicycle,
bicycle.
airplane,
Airplane is American English and British English is aeroplane.
ferry,
Ferry,
taxi line,
taxi line. I think in American English is also a taxi stand. In British English is taxi rank. Mr. Lou, is it taxi stand in America?
Yeah, we say taxi stand.
Taxi stand, yeah. British English taxi rank. Suitcases.
suitcases, baggage claim,
Baggage claim. This is where you claim your baggage, and that machine is called a carousel because a carousel goes around and around. An airport. It's an airport. Let's go back to our headway book. Mr. Lou, do you like eating in restaurants?
Yes.
Yes. Do you like visiting relatives?
Yes.
Mr. Lou, what are relatives?
People in your family.
People in your family. Mr. Lou, do you like relaxing in the hotel?
No.
No. What does relaxing mean?
Resting.
Resting, yes. Mr. Lou, do you like going shopping?
No.
No. Mr. Lou, do you like driving in the mountains?
No.
Oh, I have to say yes to that one. Mr. Lou, do you like sightseeing in famous cities?
Yes.
I would say yes as well to that. Mr. Lou, what is sightseeing?
Looking at important buildings and various places.
Looking at important buildings, yes. Mr. Lou, do you like visiting museums?
Yes.
Could you tell us what are museums?
Museums are places where a country's best art is on display, where a country's natural science information is on display. Information about a country's people and culture and history can be found by tourists and people from the country who are interested.
Thank you. And do you like playing sports?
Yes.
Okay. Let's have a look at some of the pictures. Sightseeing. What does that mean, Mr. Lou?
Seeing famous places.
Seeing famous places. So this man is a tourist. He is sightseeing. And in the background we have the famous Tower Bridge in London. Do you enjoy going to restaurants, Mr. Lou?
I do.
You do, and this is what this family are doing here. And we were talking about driving in the mountains. I enjoy driving in the mountains. Mr. Lou does not. He doesn't like driving in the mountains. And Mr. Lou said he likes visiting relatives. You do like visiting relatives, don't you?
I do.
You do? For me, not so much. Now, here we have someone who has written about their last holiday. My last holiday. Last year, I went on holiday to Spain. I went with my friend. We stayed in a hotel. Every day, we went to the beach. Sometimes we went to the local bar. Once we took a taxi to Barcelona. We met some friendly people. The food was delicious and the weather was beautiful. We had a wonderful time. So that's how we would write about a holiday. Now here we have a grammar spot. But before we look at that, Mr. Lou, could you complete the sentence with where, please?
Where would you like to go?
Where would you like to go? Where did you go? And what about when?
When did you go?
When did you go? And where?
Where did you stay?
Where did you stay? And what?
What did you do every day?
What did you do every day? And the next one?
Were you able to have good weather?
Did you have good weather? Yeah. And what?
What did you do in the evening?
What did you do in the evening? And what?
What did you eat?
What did you eat? And the next one?
Did you meet nice people?
Did you meet nice people? That's very good. On the next part, Carl went sightseeing in Rome last June. Or we can also say, Carl went sightseeing in Rome 6 months ago. So we can say, with ago, which is a period of time in the past, 2 years ago means 2 years before now. I met James 10 years ago. I went to Oman 6 weeks ago. Sally phoned 5 minutes ago. In the past, before now. Going sightseeing. Write the names of 2 cities and dates when you were a tourist there. London, July 2005, Dubai, April 2009. So, for example, I went to London in July 2005. We visited Tower Bridge. We saw the River Thames. I bought a souvenir. Now, listen and complete the conversations in a tourist office.
Tape script 10.11. 1.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes. Can I have a map of the city, please?
Of course. Here you are.
Can you show me where we are on the map?
Yes, we're here in Regent Street in the city centre.
2.
We want to go on a bus tour of the city.
That's fine. The next bus leaves at 10 o'clock. It takes about an hour and a half.
Where does the bus go from?
It goes from Trafalgar Square, but you can get on and off when you want.
3.
I want to visit the British Museum. What time does it open?
It opens at 10 in the morning and closes at 5:30 in the evening.
How much is it to get in?
It's free.
So now we'll listen just one more time.
Tape script 10.11. 1.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes. Can I have a map of the city, please?
Of course. Here you are.
Can you show me where we are on the map?
Yes, we're here in Regent Street in the city centre.
2.
We want to go on a bus tour of the city.
That's fine. The next bus leaves at 10 o'clock. It takes about an hour and a half.
Where does the bus go from?
It goes from Trafalgar Square, but you can get on and off when you want.
3.
I want to visit the British Museum. What time does it open?
It opens at 10 in the morning and closes at 5:30 in the evening.
How much is it to get in?
It's free.
So there you are, all about being a tourist, in this particular instance in London. Let's check. So Mr. Lou, in the first one, I will be A and you will be B, okay? Hello, can I help you?
Yes, can I have a map of the city, please?
Of course, here you are.
Can you show me where we are on the map?
Yes, we're here in Regent Street in the city centre.
And want to go to, oh, let's see.
Yeah, so now I will be C and you will be A. We want to go on a bus tour of the city.
That's fine, that's supposed to leave at 10 o'clock. It takes about an hour and a half.
Where does the bus go from?
It goes from Trafalgar Square, but you can get on and off when you want.
I want to visit the British Museum. What time does it open?
It opens at 10 in the morning and closes at 5:30 in the evening.
How much is it to get in?
It's free.
Thank you very much for that. Lou, can you tell me, when people go sightseeing in Los Angeles, where do they go?
Oh, they go downtown, they go to the beaches, they go to the theme parks or Disneyland.
What is there to do downtown?
Oh, there is an opera hall built by the Disney Company.
Ooh.
There's the Hollywood Bowl, they have concerts there. There is a Hindu shrine. There is a Buddhist shrine. There's a fashion district. There's Chinatown where we can get food. There's Little Tokyo for sushi. There's Alvera Street for Mexican food. What else? There's Rodeo Drive for really high-end shopping. Several malls like the Beverly Center.
Okay. And our map, which is a map of London, it says we have a beautiful castle, there's a park and a zoo, visitors go to the market, the old town, the square. Let's have a look at this map. Well, here we are. And as you probably guessed, I do know London quite well. This is the British Museum, and here we have New Oxford Street. We move further along. It goes into Soho and Chinatown. Here we have the National Gallery, which is just on the edge of Trafalgar Square. And if you keep going south, you actually come to number 10 Downing Street, official residence of the British Prime Minister. And the British Prime Minister now is Theresa May, but I don't know how much longer for. Let's go here. Then we have Big Ben. It's actually the clock tower. Big Ben is actually the inner workings of the clock. And this is the London Eye, which is very, very big. Now, Mr. Liu, you are a tourist at the tourist office. You've come in to ask me for some information. What would you like to know, Mr. Liu?
May I please have a map of the city?
Yes, that's fine. Here you are. And don't forget, you can always go to the tourist information office in Cockspur Street. Is there anything else I can do for you?
May I have directions to the nearest museum?
Which museum?
The nearest.
The nearest museum is the British Museum, and that is it's at the junction of New Oxford Street, where it meets Bloomsbury Way. Now let's go back to our vocabulary. As we said before, it's an airport. Here we have the hotel reception, and we can say it's the hotel check-in desk. And that now brings us to the end of our headway demonstration lesson here in sunny Saudi Arabia. And I hope you've enjoyed today's demonstration lesson. I'm sure your English will now start to improve, as we do know that a lot of people in the Middle East do like to travel to various countries, as much as people in the West also like to travel to the Middle East, to Southeast Asia and beyond. So that was our travel lesson from the beginner's book, the Headway book, and thank you for joining myself and my colleague Mr. Liu, who is from the United States of America, and I'm from England, and thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much.